very, very easy to point a finger at somebody else.
I think Chris is responsible for about 75% of the debt.
I consider the debt 50% hers, 50% mine.
How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Dr. Phil episode. These two people are blaming each other for, I think it said, $600,000 of debt, which is wild how anyone could get that much debt. But, you know, people are crazy anyway, so we'll see.
Most of the debt we have is from Chris's daughter coming to live with us, for all of the gadgets he buys, projects he wants to start, projects he never finishes. I'm being sued because of Chris's carelessness with money.
Who did you piss off enough to get sued for your debt? That's... How do you do that? You either A, have an immense amount of debt, which we know you do, or B, you just fucked with the wrong people. I don't know.
He has no clue about money management at all. I can't see any light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, these two can point fingers all they want, but that's not going to get them out of debt, obviously, and it's not going to get their marriage back on track. Now, Pam says it just may be too late for a bailout because their marriage is really on the brink.
I'm on the brink of divorce because I can't stand being married to the man who doesn't know how to not spend money.
Alright, following her math from before, she's still responsible for 25% of it, which means if you're responsible for 25% of $600,000 of debt, you're still very much responsible for that. You can't say he doesn't know how to stop spending money when you are, $150,000 also in the shitter? Yeah, no.
It's time to make decisions and move on with my life and walk away.
Okay, now, first off, we have to acknowledge there's multiple issues here, right? One are the financial issues.
Yeah, that's correct.
I mean, that's a really big deal, and in fact, it's the number one reason that people give for relationships failing. So that's one issue. Then the other issue is maybe it's directly from this or other things, but this marriage is not working, right?
No, it's not working.
How much of it do you attribute to the financial pressure and crisis that you're in?
I would say probably 75% of it. I don't.
In fact, you said you can't see being married to a man that can't manage money?
Yes, I did. I said I couldn't stand it anymore. I talked to him about it. I'll ask him something. He'll go to the credit union and take out money he doesn't tell me that's in our impound account for our taxes. And I'll say, Chris, why did you do that? And he'll say, oh, well, I needed it. And it's $80, but it's still the money that I'm thinking I have for taxes or something.
But at the same time, I knew I was having $300 coming back that same day when I bought the paint for the job.
But is that the point, or is the point that you don't tell her what's going on and you guys aren't communicating about this?
Of both. He does it, and then he says he's going to have the money coming in, and maybe 2 months later we get the money coming in from the job he was going to do because he won't ask the people for money till he's done with this.
Yeah, that's usually how services like contracting work. I don't understand how that's really that complicated, but this is also coming from the same lady who thought she was innocent for $150,000. So, yeah.
So there the bills sit. I'm supposed to figure out how to get the money to pay the bills. Meanwhile, they're sitting there. He's not asking for the money. I robbed Peter to pay Paul, and it just keeps going.
But now you're taking the role here of victim, honestly. I mean, you're saying that he's victimized you in this.
Probably. In some ways, I maybe feel that way, but I also know it's my own fault because I probably let a lot of it happen.
She's missing the entire point of what Dr. Phil said. Like, it doesn't matter if you let it happen. You also spend a bunch of money. You can't criticize him for not being able to manage money when you still spent $150,000 according to what you said. And if you're going with what he said, it's $300,000. And what?
Well, let's talk about that. I made a list. Before you got married, you knew he had filed bankruptcy, right?
I'm not sure if I...
How is it that you didn't know that your partner filed bankruptcy before you got married? That doesn't make any sense. And how can she go, well, I don't know if I knew. How do you not know if you knew? That's very important, especially if your whole pet peeve with him was that he doesn't know how to manage money. Clearly he's done it before. And Did you think that it was some fucking Disney movie? That's not gonna change.
Knew it
Told her. I told her
I'm not sure when
about
he told me if he
everything
did. It could have
before.
been before.
You knew
didn't-
he had no credit.
Yes, I knew he had no credit. But he didn't have any debt either at that point in time.
Yeah, no shit, oh my god. That's what bankruptcy means. Or filing for bankruptcy, I should say.
And he'd gone back
Well,
to
no, it's
school.
because he had taken bankruptcy,
Yeah.
which he told you.
Well, I did have the student
But he's-
loans coming due soon.
But I
'cause that
thought it was
coming
only,
up.
he made his bankruptcy sound like it was only like for under
Okay,
$10,000.
are
so
you
I
saying
don't
that
know.
you didn't have any warning signs? Because to me, it looks like you had some clear warning signs.
No, I had warning signs. I think I probably maybe ignored them.
Well, did you not know or did you ignore him? Which one is it? Because you either said that you didn't know that he filed for bankruptcy, or you just ignored the fact that he filed for bankruptcy, even though you're having this meltdown about money management skills. Like, honestly, you kind of shot yourself in the foot. I don't really know why you're coming to Dr. Phil and complaining.
I thought he went back to school. I thought he was trying to be something and he was making something out of his life. And I thought those things maybe were
Okay.
things that just happened.
Let
I
me
don't
just
know.
tell you up front, I can't wrap my mind around the fact that you two are $624,600 in debt and you don't really know. You didn't even know that total till we gave it to you, did you?
I didn't want to face it. I knew at least it was I knew it was at least 500,000.
Okay, well, when you got married, your total indebtedness was $131,000.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, that's the end of that video. How do these people get themselves in this amount of debt? Like, whatever. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one.